So today we are primarily going to discuss the benefits of GATE. Along with that, understand what is this entire exam about. Okay, I'm sure some of you, for you, it is the first time, some of you have given it earlier, but let's understand it from a strategic point of view and how qualifying this examination is more beneficial. So, what all should you know about this examination? Firstly, what is this exam? What are its benefits? For this year, what are the important dates which institute is organizing this exam? What is the exam pattern, the syllabus, and the previous year trends? So, if you see, GATE is basically a national level examination for candidates where their comprehensive understanding at their graduation level is tested. So you have it for various fields, right from engineering to science to humanities, and of course, architecture as well. Every year for architecture, if you see, roughly 7 to 10,000 candidates appear for this exam every year. Okay, these are not the registered candidates, these are the ones who have appeared for the exam. Number of candidates who register are much more than this. So how is this exam beneficial? So primarily, there are multiple opportunities for candidates who qualify this exam. And if you see at a post-graduation level, if you give GATE and you clear the GATE examination, want to go pursue post-graduation, you will be getting a stipend of 12,400 rupees per month. If you think of going for a PhD, now the stipend has increased from 30 to 35, it's increased to 37 to 42,000 per month. Also, this examination helps you get government jobs. So let's take a look at it one by one. How is it beneficial in post graduation? What all are the options? PhD, what all is there? Government jobs, what all is there? Let's look at it one by. So, like it's also said that this GATE examination is an opportunity to a higher education and secure a better career. Also, if somebody is interested in going into teaching, this is going to be helpful. So, for post graduation and PhD, now let's look at post graduation first. So, for post graduation, with a good GATE score, you can get admission into the top colleges, the top IITs, top NITs in the country, and even the SPAs. So, SPAs, yes, they now have started their own portal where they are recruiting or where they are admitting candidates through GATE score or without a GATE score also. But even in SPAs now, in their marking criteria, GATE score is given certain weightage. If you're a very exceptional candidate, without a GATE score, you might be considered. However, with a good GATE score, it's a easy walkway for you into these IITs, NITs, and SPAs. Other than that, you have various other government institutes like the IISc Bangalore. You have the IIRS, that is the Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, which is under ISRO. So here also you can go and pursue your master's. After doing architecture, graduation in architecture, here you can go to IIRS and pursue your master's in urban planning. Okay, and of course, they admit you only through a valid GATE score. Talking about without a GATE score, how many of you are aware about the exam called as PGETA, which is recently launched by your Council of Architecture? Yes. Heard of it? Okay. So now, if you look at the syllabus of this examination or the questions, the base of it is your gate. The level of questions, the kind of questions. So if you're preparing for gate, eventually this examination is a cakewalk for you. So here you still have the opportunity to get into various state government colleges or the private colleges which are offering masters. Pursuing PhD, if you apply for the PM Research Fellowship, the Prime Minister's Research Fellowship, just okay, in that case, you will also be getting an additional stipend where again here your total stipend, if you apply, okay, this PM Research Fellowship, every student who is pursuing PhD can apply for this. If you are selected in that, every year from the first year till the fifth year, you will get a stipend of 70 to 80,000 per month. So for the first 2 years, it's 70,000, third year 75, fourth and fifth year 80,000 per month. In addition to that, for whatever research you want to do, you will also get an additional research grant of 2 lakh rupees per year. So if you are somebody who is genuinely interested in research and wants to pursue that path, this is also a very good option through your GATE examination. Then coming to government jobs. So in terms of government jobs, you have various opportunities, various PSUs, the public sector undertakings, who directly recruit through your GATE score. So you have the Airport Authority of India primarily, which recruits architects based on their GATE score. You have DRDO, RITES. This is another organization where in their recruitment, they look at your GATE score for architecture. So if you look at it recently also, right, 8th of August, Airport Authority has uh, come up with a notification for recruitment of candidates who have qualified GATE 23, 24, and 25. So there are a few vacancies for architects as well in this post. In 2024 as well, they had come up with a recruitment. In 2018 also, on purely on the basis of GATE score. There is no other examination that they're conducting separately. Okay, just basis of your GATE score, if you have a good rank, you are recruited. Other than this, various other government jobs. So the recent UPSC CPWD Deputy Architect exam. So if you look at these three candidates, all of these are alumni of IITs and SPAs. So she is an alumni of SPA Bhopal. These guys are from IIT Kharagpur, Roorkee. So again, they gave the GATE examination and went on to do their masters. That GATE examination preparation, these guys say, was the base or the foundation that helped them to clear various other government examinations also and secure a good government job in architecture and planning. Okay. AD, yes, I will come to that. What is exactly a good rank? We will discuss about this a little later. So these have been the previous results of Exam Assure in the past years. So talking about a good GATE rank, I would say Any rank below 100 is a good enough rank to get you into the top IITs and NITs easily. Okay, anything between 1 to 100 is good for a IIT. 1 to again more than 100 or between 100 to 200, slightly difficult, not impossible, but slightly difficult to get into IITs. Okay, Aritra? Yes. Then coming to your important dates and organizing institute. So this year you have IIT Guwahati who is going to be organizing the GATE examination. The application starts from 25th of August. Last date without a late fee is 25th September. And the examination will be held somewhere between the first or the second weekend of February. So 7th, 8th or 14th, 15th February. Now this date will be finalized later on, and for architecture paper they will be giving us one date. So let us now try and understand the examination. What is it? Marking scheme, pattern, details, all of that. So for this paper of architecture, this is an examination of a total of 100 marks where you have general aptitude. So your school level mathematics, English, that is for 15 marks. You have numericals like based on speed, time, distance, etc. Right? Just that is just one example. So you have general aptitude of 15 marks, and the rest of it you have 85 marks for your architecture and planning related subjects. Now, if you look at the typology of questions, what kind of questions are asked? They can be categorized into four. So, one being the recall category. Now, what do we understand by recall category? Something that I have to remember, something that is based on facts. So, if you look at this question here, who is known as Gandhi of architecture? So this is a very factual question. There is going to be only one correct answer. Either you know it or you don't know it. So here you are expected to remember certain facts. Here your memory is going to play an important role in these kind of questions. Then coming to comprehension types of questions. So basically this comprehension category of questions test your basic understanding, your conceptual clarity. How easily have you understood a particular concept? Are your basics and fundamentals clear? Now, if you look at this question, in the Taipei 101 building, the steel sphere as TMD is suspended to reduce horizontal sway due to. So, you have to understand what is it that is going to impact the structure. Is it the wind load, the geothermal load, seismic load, settlement load? Right? So here your basic understanding is something that is tested. Then you have application based questions. I'm sure all of you use AutoCAD, have used AutoCAD, right? Here you are expected to apply your knowledge. What is your practical knowledge, experiences? For example, in AutoCAD, maximum number of points which can be snapped using a circle using OSNAP command. I'm sure all of us know the OSNAP command in AutoCAD. Yes, this now tell me, is this question taught anywhere in theory? Is or is this topic anywhere taught to us through some textbook or some book or on the blackboard? No, right? But all of you know the answer for this. Why? Because this is something that you've done hands-on. That it has going to, this circle is going to have 5 points for row snap, right? Then coming to analysis and synthesis question. So here basically you are expected, you are given certain data or maybe a diagram, some image, some graph, whatever it may be, and you're expected to analyze it or maybe solve it, put your analytical ability. Now here, if you look at this question, maximum bending moment in a simply supported beam of 8-meter span, subjected to uniformly distributed load of 20 kilonewton over the entire span is. So you're given certain data. You now have to analyze it, apply your knowledge, and then come to a certain answer. So if you see all the four categories or typologies, your all the questions that are there in the examination are going to be based on your memory, your analysis, your analytical ability, your application based, and comprehension or your basic knowledge and conceptual clarity. So when you're preparing for the examination, right? Firstly, focus on conceptual clarity. Memory based questions is something that will be uh, easier with more and more revision. Application is something that you are using already. So the base, having a strong base for GATE lies in your analysis and conceptual clarity, followed by application and memory. And how are these questions asked? So if you look at the pattern of the questions, first is a MCQ type questions, multiple choice. You are given one question, and for that question, there is only going to be one answer which is correct. So if you look at this, which institute is organizing the GATE 2026 examination? There is only one answer that is correct, that is IIT Guwahati, right? And for this MCQ examination, you have negative marking. So for a one marker MCQ, if you give a wrong answer, your 1/3 mark will be deducted if your answer is wrong. And for a 2-mark MCQ question, if you give a wrong answer, 2/3 marks will be deducted. The next category of question is your MSQ, multiple select question. So in this question, more than one answer is correct. So if you look at this question, in which of the following is or are state, which of the following are states in India? Yes, Maharashtra is a state, Gujarat is a state, and Goa is a state. So all three answers are correct. Now, an MSQ question does not have negative. Okay. There are no negative marks for a MSQ question. Also, however, now for example, had I, in this case, if I would have only marked that which of the following are states in India, if I had marked only Maharashtra and Gujarat, these two are also correct, but I have given a partial answer, partially correct answer. I have missed out on Goa. So in this case, I will still get 0 marks. I will not get half a mark or partial marks for only these two correct answers. I have to answer completely. I have to answer all three. That is when I will get that 1 or 2 marks, whatever the question is for. Also, again, if I would have chosen Mumbai as well, still I will get 0 marks. Okay, so no negative marks, plus there is no partial marking also for a MSQ question. Then you have the NAT type of question, that is the numerical answer type. So in this category of questions, these are all numerical based. You are given certain information and there is no options that are given. Okay. So in this, you have to, whatever answer you get, you have to just type in over here during the examination. So through these types of questions or these category of questions, you will be tested based on your memory, conceptual clarity, application, and analysis. Coming to the marking scheme, so for the part of general aptitude, it has 10 questions for 15 marks. So we have 5 questions of 1 mark each and 5 questions of 2 marks each. So 5 and 10 makes it 15 marks. Okay. One important thing that this is a very scoring section, general aptitude, and quite an easy one. So this is something that we are going to practice, right? Then coming to your part of architecture and planning. Now this has been divided into two, that is section A and section B. So section A is your common section, which is compulsory. This part is for 60 marks, comprising of 18 questions of 1 mark, 21 2-marker questions. That is total of 39 questions for 60 marks. And section B is now divided into section B1 and B2. That is architecture for B1 and B2 is for planning. Now here you get to see the questions of both and then decide which one you want to attempt. Be it architecture or planning, whatever you can choose from. You can look at all the questions, understand, okay, I know most of the questions from architecture. I don't know few questions from planning. I might go for architecture. You can do that in the exam. That is the beauty of it. Plus, suppose if you are planning to pursue your master's in planning, let's say, okay, master's in urban planning is what your idea is. You can still attempt section B1 of architecture and get admission into doing masters of planning and vice versa. If I want to do masters in, let's say, urban design or landscape, a part of architecture, I can choose to give the B2 section of planning and still get admission into doing MArch. Okay. So there is no compulsion that you have to attempt only this section if you want admission here or there. Nothing of that sort. Plus, you can give, look at all the questions and give this. Along with that, candidates who are also from civil engineering background can prepare for architecture and planning and give this examination. Okay. So section B, whatever you choose is going to be for 25 marks. You are going to have 7 questions of 1 mark, 9 questions of 2 marks, makes it a total of 16 questions for 25 marks. And this entire thing is going to be a 3-hour examination or 180 minutes. Coming to the syllabus of the exam. So for general aptitude, you are expected to know about verbal aptitude, basically parts of your English, quantitative aptitude, analytical aptitude, spatial aptitude. So, you have those questions that person A is sitting next to B, X is sitting next to Y, who is sitting where, those kind of questions you have. Or again, in spatial aptitude, you have somebody went north, Okay, so many kilometers north, turned right, then turned left, whatever. And now where, in which direction is he or she? Or facing which direction? Those kind of questions. Quantitative aptitude, again, your speed, distance, time related questions. Or whatever those 10 standard level mathematics that we have, the easier one, school level mathematics. Those kind of questions. Common part A, you have architecture planning design, construction management, environmental planning, urban design, landscape conservation, planning process, housing, services, and infrastructure. Now, these, all of these are also, these are common from architecture as well as planning. A lot of times you will find questions from here being asked in either section B1 or B2 as well. Hence, it is important to cover both part B1 as well as part B2, that is architecture and planning, when we are preparing for the exam. So part B1 comprises of your history of architecture, your building construction materials, building structures, building services and sustainability. Now, if you are somebody, if you feel that, okay, I am really bad at structures and I just cannot understand, or I don't want to even look at it, then you have the option of going for planning. Okay. So again, here understanding yourself, your strengths and weaknesses also becomes important. Fine. And then strategizing your preparation likewise. Or if you are somebody who knows that, okay, I'm very good at history and building construction services, yes, then this part B1 is the one for you. To get a good score, you have to understand where will you be able to get a good score and thus a good rank. Coming to part B2 of planning, this has three sections, that is regional and settlement planning. So all, what is your urban planning, regional planning, all of that comes under this, various planning theories as well. You have planning techniques and management. So here your questions related to GIS, remote sensing, all of these come into picture, right? Various laws, what is the concept of land pooling, what is TDR, transferable development rights, all of these come under your planning techniques. Then you have also have infrastructure planning, basically all your transportation planning. That comes under infrastructure planning. Coming to the previous year trends. So if we look at the past 10 years, okay, this is 25. So last year, IIT Roorkee had conducted the GATE examination. The cutoff was 40 marks for general category. The candidate who scored the highest marks had a score of 83. Okay. If you look at the overall range, this general cutoff has been somewhere between 35 to 42. These 45, etc., are a bit of exceptions, or 33, too low. Otherwise, if you look at it, more or less 35 and above, up to 40, 42 is the range that is there. So again, however, what is more important is this cutoff is not enough for us to get into an IIT. Okay, we need a very good score. So I will tell you, in 2024, I got an All India rank of 44 with a score of 70 something. And there were mails from IITs, IIT Madras, IIT Kanpur, to apply to their programs. Okay, so you do get those mails also. So getting that good score is very, very important. And if we look at the previous trends, there is no one subject that is focused on how in college we used to do. Okay, only study this much, leave the rest for option. That does not work over here. Okay, if you look at the overall distribution, history 13 marks, 13%, architecture design 16, environmental planning, your overall planning 14%. Right, and this is again, let me tell you, though you might feel that okay, urban planning techniques and management is a part of B2, still you will find questions from here in your common section A. Or in some cases you might find some environmental planning questions. So this is from your common section A. These questions you might find here in section B as well, B2. That also happens. So this is an overall analysis that all the subjects that are there are very, very important, and we don't have to ignore any subject. Okay. So I would also like to just make an announcement that from the 17th of August, we are starting with a new batch. That is the Sampurna batch, where we will be having live classes. We will start with classes on weekends. Eventually, as we move towards mid-September, we will shift to 5 days a week. And the classes will be from 8 to 9:30. Here, the classes are going to be live. You will also be getting the recorded sessions, all accessible till the date of the exam. And the faculty that is there is all who have already cleared gate. Like I said, I myself have scored an all India rank of 44. And the overall syllabus pattern, everything would be covered more pinpointedly based on the experience of the faculty that is there. Along with that, we will also be covering your aptitude, right? So the course we will initially start only on weekends. As we move towards September, we will have it for 5 days. And by the end of December, first week of January, we will be completing the entire course. Along with that, you will also be given mock tests that are going to be conducted subject wise and full length mock tests. So let's say if I finish teaching urban design today, tomorrow or next week you will be having a test on urban design or whatever subject. And along with that, later on, we will also be having your full length tests that are there. Plus previous year gate question paper solving sessions with their explanation would also be conducted. And for this, we have a launch offer that no, this is not for 21,000. We have a special Independence Day offer. The course will be for 14,999. If you are interested, you can enroll for it now as well. And now we may take up your questions. Yes. So Darshana, no, the course begins from 17th August and we go on till December for the course. Okay. So once you are enrolled, we will be discussing the detailed timetable and the schedule of the entire course as well in detail. Okay, Disha has a question that may I know, is there a specific time specification for each section or any section can be attempted? Yes, there is no time specification that for any of the sections you can attempt any section anytime. So you can first start with B1 or B2 and then go on to A. That is also okay. So Darshana, the offer is valid only for this week. Okay. Avni, could you shed some light on government job opportunities after clearing gate examination? So, like I said, you have Airport Authority of India, which recruits candidates completely on the basis of gate score, like I showed you as well. Along with that, you have various other examinations that are conducted by your state government or central government, like ISRO, CPWD. So the preparation that you do for GATE forms as a basis or a foundation which helps you till that examination, in that examination preparation also. Okay. Yes, Akilan, the recorded sessions of these live classes will be available, accessible to you till the date of the examination. Okay, Anjana, how will the mock test be conducted similar to? Yes, it will be in the mode of the gate examination, 3 hours, and again 180 minutes basically, plus section of your aptitudes, common part A, B1, B2, that will also be given to you in that mock test. Okay, the full length mock test. Yes. Score for PhD in IIT Delhi. We have conducted a detailed session regarding this, or you so you can visit the Exam Assure YouTube channel and just go through it, Abhishek. Sudarshana, what is a decent score to get into IIT? So, like I said earlier, a rank of between 1 to 100 is something that is very good. Ma'am, if getting into government job through GATE scores, will I be able to use the same score to get into IITs for PG while working? So, see, if you are already into a government job through that GATE score, okay, uh, you can use that score to take admission into IITs or wherever you want. However, you will also have to check with your government department if they are allowing you to take that leave and go pursue the PG. But you can use the GATE score anywhere, of course, considering the validity. Okay. Can we directly go for PhD with a good score? Prakhar, you can. However, I will tell you that if you are looking into getting into teaching eventually, okay, as per the COA norms, there is you need a 2 years master's and then a PhD. Somebody who's done PhD directly after bachelor's is again not given preference or does not fit the eligible criteria. Okay. Can we give both B1 and B2? No, Naina. The system automatically does not let you do that. Any opportunity abroad through GATE? So you have one or two institutes like the National Institute at Singapore, National University, NSU, that is there, which considers GATE. However, they also have their examination. Government opportunities for planning students. Yes, again, based on this GATE is going to be your foundation for those. So, like I showed you the example of Preeti Jaiswal, right? Student from SPA Bhopal, went on to um, qualify the ATP exam at UPPSC. Okay, another small surprise that this price we are reducing from 14,999 to 14,499, and this offer is going to stay valid for this week. Okay, since all of you have patiently waited and listened to us, so we have another surprise that is there. So if you are interested in enrolling, you can enroll at this price for today. How many years the GATE score is valid? The GATE score is valid for 3 years. So if you give GATE 2026, so 26, 27, and 28, these 3 years your score is going to be valid. Regarding stipend for PG, yes, it is available at SPA as well. SPAs, IITs, NITs also. Masters in Town and Country Planning valid? Yes. Any masters is valid. A masters of 2 years is valid as per COA. Okay, Gayatri, if in that case 3 years validity of GATE score, I'm competing for IITs with 3 years of candidates. May I know the ranks to compete between each batch? So see, there is again, what happens is they have their own system of analyzing all the 3 years candidates who are applying. So they have not disclosed how they analyze this. But again, let's say suppose if I had a score of All India rank of 44, right, in 24. I apply in 26. So they are going to compare me with candidates of 24 others who have applied, and they have their own system of working it out. So, but again, because it's a good score, good rank of All India rank 44, you are still eligible to get in. So, not that there is no such thing that, okay, so will a candidate who's given the exam in 26 be given more preference? If you're having any some doubt of that sort, don't worry, nothing of that sort is going to happen. Okay, Gayatri? Yes, Sudarshana, you can visit the link or the website of Exam Assure for government recruitment details. Can a bachelor graduate from architecture do masters in planning and go for? Yes, yes, yes. It is possible. Okay. Whatever your field of interest and subject is, you can do that, no problem. Yes, Shashidhar, like I said, you know, through the recently on 8th August, Airport Authority of India has come up with a recruitment notification, right, for candidates who have cleared Gate 23, 24, and 25. On 8th August, recently they have come up with this notification. So that recruitment will happen. Airport Authority has done it last year in 2024 as well. Okay, Rakshita, I'm a fifth year student. I'll be appearing in 26. So is there anything such that people who have job experience? No, no, no. There is nothing of that sort that somebody who has more experience will be given a priority. It is completely purely based on your score, Rakshita. Okay. So let's say, suppose I have an experience of 5 years, but you get a better score than me. You will be given the priority. As simple as that. Okay. Preparation for GATE be enough for PJTA? Yes. Anjana, it's the basis. Your GATE is like a base foundation. Abhishek for PhD, I guess IIT Delhi also has their certain criterias along with the GATE score. So you will have to check that out. Okay, because they, I guess they have certain examination or interview, all of that. Yes, Naina, definitely if you start from today, you can easily get a good score. Okay, don't have to be worried. So next session, next Saturday, we will be having a session on how to plan strategically for this GATE examination and how to get a good score. Okay, so all of you do attend that as well. Stay in the WhatsApp group. You will be given a notification of that. Okay. Anybody else has any other questions with respect to the preparation? या फिर, like Naina also had this question that, okay, I'm starting now. Is it too late? Yeah, tension aa raha hai. I don't know how will I manage job and this and any doubts of that sort anybody is having? Yes, you all may please feel free to ask because we are here to help. So yes, in this GATE course is enough to clear government jobs regarding planning and architecture. This GATE course, Anuja, is going to be your base and foundation. Okay. However, for which examination, government examination you're preparing, you will need another set of extra preparation based on that government exam. So, because see, suppose if it's a state government exam that you're giving, you will have to prepare for that state bylaws regarding your building bylaws of that state, right? So, these additions you will have to do, okay? But overall, if you look at the base or the foundation, yes, GATE is definitely helpful. When to start preparation for general aptitude? So, see, we will be conducting your general aptitude classes in December. Why? I will tell you this as well. Because, firstly, as architects or students of architecture, we somewhere are little scared of mathematics, right? And if we do it now itself, because of your job or college, etc., sometimes it is difficult to keep up with that practice because aptitude needs a lot of practice. So in December, we will be looking at it. We will be conducting our classes in December for aptitude. In that, as we will be doing it in December, it stays fresh and you can utilize the month of January for practicing. Okay. Yes. Okay. Arjit, any advice on mock test methods and timeline past year questions? So yes, we will be discussing this in our next session, Arjit. Okay, how to prepare these mock tests, what to focus on about the previous year questions, why are they important? Bhargav, ma'am, I don't have basic knowledge. Can I clear it? Yes, still you can clear it subject to you attend all the lectures and you are consistent with your preparation. If you do that every day also, if you give 1 hour or 2 hours starting from today till February, it you can easily get a good rank. Okay, but you will have to put in that effort and be consistent. The basic knowledge we will get it cleared in the class, so don't worry about that. Do you also provide guidance on counseling after exam session? Yes, yes. So after the gate examination, we have a session called as What After Gate, where we discuss details about your various admissions, where can you get into, what are the options, etc. Okay. ISRO vacancy, may I know when will I need to give an exam if registered and how much weightage? to be given in terms of subject each day? Is it enough to clear that exam through GATE? Yes, definitely. Just ISRO examination also, yes, you can if you are very well prepared with GATE. ISRO examination is easy, subject to if you are very well prepared with GATE. Okay, so don't worry about that. There is some issue with the time management. Could give some idea about how do we manage our job and study daily. Okay. So Ankit, tell me, are you working right now? Working somewhere or you have your own practice or what is it? Working, right? So you probably must be having a 9 to 5 job or 10 to 6, whatever it might be. 10 to 6. Okay. So here what you can do is strategically prepare. Let's say I'm assuming you have 6 days a week office or 5 days a week. 6 days. Okay. So you will mostly be getting a Sunday that is there. So starting from now, every day, can you take out 1 hour from Monday to Friday for preparation? Yes. And on Sundays, can you give me at least 3 to 4 hours? Because I understand Sunday, yes, you want to relax, go out with family or whatever, right? So 3 to 4 hours. So if you have this strategy or if you take out that one hour every day till February, okay, we have 6 months, roughly 5.5 months in hand, which is a lot of time. Easily you will be able to cover your entire syllabus. Okay, so we will discuss this in the next session in more detail. Don't worry about that. Okay, Rakshita, after payment, how do we get confirmation on and join the course? So, the examination team will guide you for that, Rakshita. Anjana is GATE qualifying exam for admission to state universities too. So, some of them do consider GATE, some of them consider the PGETA exam of COA. Okay, so it varies from state to state and college to college, Anjana. So, Darshana, you can check the website and they will let you know the dates. Okay. So will be after February GATE. The date of examination was in GATE. No, so Gayatri, you will for these respective government exams keep checking their websites. Okay, and they will announce the date. There is no fixed date. Like how for GATE, every year I can tell you from today for the next 5 years, every year GATE is going to be conducted in February 1st or second week. Like that, nobody can tell for any government exam. So you have to check their website for that. Yes, any other questions regarding GATE preparation, GATE strategy, or any doubts, self-doubts that you would like to address? Okay, Subrata, hello. You're from Kolkata. Good. Yes, I've just joined the meeting. Okay. Okay, so Subrata, we've almost come to the end of the session, but yes, okay. You have a question, please tell me. You can unmute or type your question in the chat box. You've completed your master's and want to do PhD. Okay. So Yes, definitely. If you GATE will help you get a admission in PhD. So now I'm assuming you are planning to do a PhD probably from some IIT or SPA. Is that the case? Yes. Yes, Subrata, are you planning to pursue a PhD probably from some IIT or SPA or NIT? Yes, those are good. I'm thinking from doing my own city. Okay. So again, it uh, depends from which, if you are going for a private institute, okay, you will have to look up into their criteria. Jadavpur University. Yes. Okay, so I think you'll have to check if they consider GATE score. Okay. However, for IITs, NITs, yes, GATE score is mandatory for your PhD admission as well. Okay. Any other questions, anybody? Okay. So I think with that we can conclude for today's session. Do join us in our next week's session as well, where we will be discussing our strategies in detail for your preparation. So I hope this session was helpful. Yes, okay. Once I shall admit in IIT, can I get a fellowship? Yes, you can apply through, especially through IITs. You can apply for the Prime Minister Research Fellowship as well. Along with that, for IITs, NITs, you get a stipend of 37 to 42,000 per month. And with that, if you want, you can apply for the Prime Minister Fellowship, where you will be getting a stipend of 70 to 80,000 per month. Okay, spread across 5 years. Okay, yes. Thank you, Subrata. So, thank you, guys. I hope this session was helpful for all of you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Disha. Thank you, Sudarshana, Anuja. Yes. So y'all can enroll if y'all are interested. And the offer of 14,499 stays for this week as a Independence Day offer. So thank you, good night, and all the best.